My name's Kath and I'm preparing to do the Cape to Cape walk in a few weeks for the Motor Neurone Disease Association of WA. I'm very lucky that my husband is a podiatrist, so I've asked him to come and have a chat to us today and tell us how we can get our feet through the 7 days of walking. Steve, can you come and have a chat, please?
Hi everyone, hope you're all ready and prepared for the big walk with Kath. So and hopefully you'll find a few tips here that'll help you get you through.
Okay, Steve, what should we be doing to prepare our feet for the big walk?
Yeah, so you definitely want to have your feet in the best condition that you can get them in. So if you've got some thick toenails or if your toenails need trimming, go and see a podiatrist and get them trimmed and clipped professionally and smoothed up. Often hard skin can form on your feet as well, so corns and calluses. Definitely need to get those attended to prior to the walk. And also if you have any sort of rough skin or thick skin on your heels or splits or cracks in your feet, you definitely want to get those trimmed up and attended to prior to the walk. Definitely recommend a cream to put on your feet every day. So the best cream I would recommend would be this one, the MND cream. So use that twice a day. Just rub it in all over your feet. It's not greasy. It's a really nice cream. So definitely look after your feet with some cream and every day. Yeah.
Okay, what do you think is going to be our biggest issue on the walk?
So I think the biggest issue for most people will be the possibility of getting blisters. So blisters can be a really something that can really debilitate you when you're walking. So you definitely don't want to get a blister. And there's quite a few things that you can do to prevent blisters from occurring. So the best one for me would be the Ango patches, which are these ones here. And so they come in with a little bit of fabric, and that little bit of fabric you can either cut to fit onto your shoe, so it sticks onto your shoe, or some of them come sort of pre-cut so you can fit them in nice and comfortable well on your shoes. So they'll definitely help to prevent blisters from occurring on your feet. They're super shiny, stop a lot of the friction from occurring. So definitely use the Ango patches. Especially if you have a predisposition to getting blisters. So if you know you're going to get a blister potentially on your heel or on the bottom of your foot, definitely get some Ango patches for your shoes. The other spot where the Ango patches don't really work so well would be on the toes, and certainly toes and between the toes is quite a common place to get blisters. So for that one, I'd suggest the Injinji socks. So the Injinji socks, they have special little they're like sort of gloves for your feet, so each toe fits into the space available for them. That just helps to separate the toes and stop them from rubbing together so much, so you're less likely to get a blister if they're not rubbing together. It also helps to wick moisture away from the skin, so moisture is one of the big causes of blisters occurring, and it also helps just to stop the moisture in between your toes. So definitely worth looking at trying an Injinji sock. Some people also prefer to or like to try 2 pairs of socks, so that can also help prevent blisters from occurring. So definitely give that a bit of a try and see if that fits for you. The other one for the toes would be using something like the Silipos sleeve here. It's just like a little bit of silicone in a sleeve that fits over your toe, so you can cut that and fit that on, and it'll just help protect any sort of pressure points on your toes as well. So if you have a toe that sits up a little bit, that could work well for you. The other thing I'd recommend is for blister prevention is changing your socks halfway through the walk each day. Especially one of the things that causes blisters to occur is moisture, as I said. So your feet can get sweaty during the day, or they can get wet. So if that happens, you can just swap your socks over at midday when you're having lunch. That's a good time. That can certainly help prevent blisters from occurring during the walk. Yep.
But what if you do get a blister? What should you do?
Yeah, so normally when you get a blister, the ideal thing would be to leave it and then not walk on it and just let it heal naturally. But when you're out on the Cape to Cape, yeah, if you do start to get a blister, your best course of action would be to pop the blister while it's still small. They can get quite big if you leave them and keep walking on them. So I'll just pop the blister just sort of at the edge of the blister, not in the middle, and drain it and put a dressing with some betadine and some Fixamal or this Hyperfix. This is the white sort of hyperallergenic dressing. You can just cut it and stick it over the skin. That'll help give it a little bit of protection as well. I definitely wouldn't take the top of the blister off, so leave that on. That'll give a little bit of extra protection for you as well. But our aim is not to get blisters, but unfortunately if you do, it's probably best to pop them if you're going to have to keep walking on them.
Okay, and so now at the end of each day, what do you recommend that we do to get our feet in good shape for the next day?
Yeah, so Kath informs me that there's a swimming pool where you're staying each night, so you're really lucky that you can make use of that. So yeah, I'd definitely go for a walk in the pool, even if it's feeling a bit cold. That'll help your muscles recover for the next day. So definitely get in the pool at the end of each day and recover. You can even make sure you put your feet up at night for at least half an hour, give them a chance to rest up. So yeah, at the end of the day, make use of that pool. The next day, there's a couple of little stretches you could do. So we could do like a little stretch here, just grabbing the end of the toe and the heel, and that'll just help to stretch out the bottom of your foot. That's a really good one for the morning after. And also just bring a tennis ball and just rubbing that over your feet. Just put the tennis ball on the ground and just rub your foot over the ball, and that'll just help to release some of those tense muscles that might have got a bit tight overnight, and help prevent causing some issues during the day. Yeah. Okay,
and have you got any tips about shoes and insoles or anything like that?
Yeah, so definitely if you've got a new pair of shoes, you don't want to be wearing them on the day of the event if you haven't worn them much beforehand. So you want to get out there now and start wearing your shoes. If you have a new pair, wear them sort of every day from now until the big event. So you definitely don't want to be christening a pair of shoes early on in the walk. So make sure that they're feeling nice and comfortable before you start. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Any other tips, or is that?
I think that's. Hopefully that's enough for you. But if you have any questions about individual issues that you might have, feel free to give us a call. More than happy to help you out, or come and see us if you want to come and have your feet sorted before you go. Give us a call and we'll sort you out. Yeah, get all those toenails in the right spot and cleaned up, and all that dead skin that might be there and cleaned up, so your feet are looking really good before you go.
Beautiful. Thanks, Steve.
Okay, no worries. Good luck, everyone.